Alright everyone, grab a seat and open your lunches. We're starting this video with another rant. You know what genre I'm starting to get sick of? And before you say the obvious ones like live services and hero shooters, well, yes, I am sick of those, but no. Today, I'm talking about a genre that's dominated the co-op market recently. Ever heard the term friend swap? You know, games like Lethal Company, with the basic premise of 4 clowns get sent into a spooky place, grab various parts, and then sell them to a mysterious contractor or whatever? Yeah, I'm sick of those. They all play the same, and it feels like every other week another one is coming out. And really, I shouldn't be that mad because I love pretty much all co-op games. I mean, who doesn't like playing through a compelling story, exciting adventure, or just sticking around with a friend or two by your side?
Oh god, oh god.
But we don't get many games like those anymore, or hell, even ones where co-op feels essential. Going back to Lethal Company, how many times have you been in a situation where everyone else is finding items and you aren't? Where it feels like you're barely participating? Too often, I'd imagine. And that's why I'm going to shill the fuck out of today's game. I'm gonna push it so hard that I might accidentally break your nose if you're sitting too close to the screen. It's Death in Unison, everybody, an extremely nerve-wracking 2-player co-op game that deserves more attention.
Okay, so got another one. Abubakar Moore, 8 counts of extortion. So that's, turn the lights back off. Sorry.
No worse, no worse. Let me know when it's
So Death in Unison puts you and your friend, or your lover, or your pet, or your sentient baseball cap in charge of overseeing the Corton Island Institute, a prison housing criminals with supernatural abilities. Together, you must survive 10 deadly nights while processing new inmates and completing various tasks. Them's the rules.
There's a portal opening up.
I got a demon thing. It looks like
access C to B, C to B.
C to fucking B. Don't let in.
8841 for the soup.
So Death in Unison's gameplay can best be described as a precarious 2-man juggling act in which both performers need to occasionally juggle each other's balls. That's not what I meant, shut up. One player is the administrator and the other is security. Security needs to relay the incoming prisoners' names and crimes to the administrator, who then logs them in the system. The more inmates you process, the better the payout at the end of the shift, which is important because a vendor opens up between shifts, selling shoes that make you run faster, carrots that make it easier to see in the dark, grease for the shutters, and more. What do you need the shutters for? That thing.
Oh, shutter. B, 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 B.
A, you said?
B!
B, yeah. Roger. Sorry, you're...
I just got grabbed. Requesting access F to I. Hang on, I got high in the corner.
Who let in?
Let him in? Okay.
Demon. Demon boss will get the super when he can. I got the I without the left thing. I got I without the top left. And then I got another greater than or equal to sign.
Gone. Okay.
Yeah, it's scary how quickly this game goes from manageable to nail-bitingly stressful. The first shift is deceptively easy, but like the proverbial frog in the boiling water, the game subtly ramps up the tension with more tasks and enemies until it's almost overwhelming. By night 6, you'll both be dealing with several inmates trying to barge into your rooms, all with different rule sets, no less. If you hear chains, shut off the lights. If you hear a beep, watch out for mines. If the alarm goes off, quickly hide in the corner, unless you want to get bonked in the head. And that's not all of them, by the way. There is absolutely no downtime once your shift starts, so communication is key, especially since neither room is equipped to handle every inmate. Security can't shut off the lights, the administrator can't lower the shutters, etc. This is why I said it's a 2-man juggling act, and it's great. It's frantic and tense, and you have to be ready to drop your current task at a moment's notice to deal with whatever problem emerges. So in other words, it's the most accurate retail job simulator to date. But what I love most about Death in Unison is that it forces you and your partner to think quickly under pressure. But keep in mind, you can only make 3 mistakes, so a bit of planning is required too. Prioritization of tasks is key, particularly when the food orders come in, as they can be an easy way to rack up mistakes. Sometimes, though, you gotta sacrifice a food order to make sure you don't bite the dust. For example, I got a few seconds left on this meatloaf order, but the ghost is banging on my window again, so I really need my partner to ignore that order and close the shutters right now. No, I don't care if Jimmy from Cell Block 5 doesn't get his fucking meatloaf. Close the shutters now.
Hey.
Okay, gotcha.
No worries. And then I need something from you.
Requesting access B to C.
B to C, B to C, don't let in.
See, that's what's missing from those friend slop games. Both roles in Death in Unison are vital, as in one can't function without the other. If one player is tremendously fucking things up, that player was often me, by the way, it's really hard for the other to pick up the slack. And that's good, because it means you both need to bring your A games. That's what makes for an engaging co-op experience. And let me say, it truly is a beautiful thing when you're both finally in sync and effortlessly handling every threat and task as soon as they appear. Shutters closed. Lights off. Sprinklers on. Food served. Bowels evacuated, but that's unrelated. Right, but I have a question for those who've played the game. How do you deal with Happy? You know, this guy?
B.
That legitimately frightened me. B? What? B what?
Move aside, Pyramid Head. This is truly one of the scariest monsters in horror game history. He doesn't try to kill you or anything, but he just won't stay out of the way while I'm trying to do my job. It also doesn't help that he just appears. There's no sound cue or musical sting. You'll be fiddling around with something at your computer and then you turn around and oh shit!
Okay.
There's like 50 fucking things.
You're good.
Fuck me, dude!
So I checked the Death in Unison Steam forums the other day, and was pleased to see that a sequel is being worked on. Given that, here's a couple of quality of life improvements I'd like to see in the next game. 1. A reset button. You may be surprised to hear that when a player dies, the game doesn't restart or even give you the option to reset the shift. It lets the surviving player keep going, which is great when you're 5 seconds away from finishing a shift, and not so great when you're only 30 seconds in, leading to these awkward moments where you're running around waiting for the game to kill you. It's not a deal breaker, obviously, but it's a weird oversight, and I'd like to see it amended in the second game. 2. More content. And maybe an endless mode? I think it's a testament to how tightly designed the gameplay is when I say that my friend and I played it 3 times, getting all the endings and Steam achievements in the process. The next game doesn't need to have hundreds of hours of content, but I wouldn't mind seeing a few more endings and secrets to uncover, or at the very least, in endless mode with custom difficulty settings. You know, things like shift length, enemy aggressiveness, how many tasks you receive, stuff like that. Whatever the case, I'm still happy with the game that we got, and I wish Blank Dream Studios all the luck in the world on Death in Unison 2, which I'll most likely review whenever it comes out. Hey, look at that! I just wrote a review for this game without comparing it to Five Nights at Freddy's and Papers, Please.
And I saw a pale horse, and he who sits upon it, and his name is Death. And he has a bullet with your fucking name on it.